truth.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report right here. It is October 2nd, and Uptober continues. So we're going to continue just watching this chart. Guys, Bitcoin broke through that level we talked about yesterday, consolidated perfectly right on top of it, and now it looks like we're getting another bounce. Jumping over, looking at the crypto bubbles this morning, lots of green, but we're going to be talking about this mofo right here, guys, Zcash. OC, I'm going to need you to get that chart up. I got an article about this today. So later on during the alt section, we're going to be talking about what the hell is going on with Zcash. But guys, you guys know what time it is. Go ahead and take your seats. Take your seats. Government's still closed, by the way. If you don't know, still closed. Classes in session, guys. We'll see you on the other side. Let's get it. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report right here on the Piper Academy Network. Yeah, lots of action going on. Let's go ahead and bring up OC up here. OC guy, what's up, dude? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I mean, Zcash is just breaking through the roof. It's fantastic.
It's crazy.
I mean,
it's absolutely crazy.
Yes, it is. By the way, I start mining by the time that Zcash came out into the to the show. I started actually with Litecoin. That was my first mining coin, and then I migrated to Zcash, and finally I migrated to the next upgraded, quote unquote, upgraded coin, which was at that point Zencash, and they changed it to Horizon. But then Horizon never took off. I mean, that was such a shame. It was a pretty good security coin.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Zcash. I know it's a legacy token. It's been around a long, long time, but evidently not dead. So not dead at all. It's pumping like crazy. Up 67% on the daily right now. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Let's go ahead and bring them all up here with us. There we go. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. We got Alexandra G in here. 2Dub is in here. Jay Violet, Crypto Princess, Emma Coiner is in here with us. Crypto Princess. We have like the highest count of the amazing, smart, intellectual, crypto savvy females like in the industry in this audience here. Like, I don't know very many other channels that have this many females in their audience pool. I've looked before, like I've looked to see like what our ratio is, and we're like percents above. So evidently they want to know what the economy is telling us, and they come here to get it because that's what we look at a lot here, macro. So shout out to all the lovely ladies of crypto here in our chat. I appreciate you guys always coming here. Something from the bar business, OC. Little thing my dad taught me in the bar business. I always told him, like I had ideas for this bar and that bar, and he'd be like, why? And I was like, well, I think guys like to do that. And he'd be like, no, you're not doing it then. And so eventually I said, what's the deal with you always shooting down my ideas for bar stuff, Dad? And he said, because you don't build a bar for guys. You build a bar for women, and women will go where it is clean, safe, and trustworthy. Guys will go where there are women, period. So if you build it, they will come. That's what we're doing here. They're all here. Eric Ball and Wallen, the greatest troll on X. If you missed it yesterday, OC, it was dropped by Buck in our Discord. Eric Ball and Wallen absolutely trolling on Althorn Daily show on their X account. So shout out to him. Robert Mulligan is in here with us. Who else we got? Donato Cabrera is in here. Dylan VA. Man, Crypto Coin Mindset. What's up, Keith? How you doing, man? Awesome to have all of the greats here of the alumni. There's a bunch more in there. Steve Hickey, I see you, bro. What's up, Steve Hickey? All right, cool. That's it. Dylan VA, I got you. Let's go talk about what's going on with what. Speak. Give it to me.
I might digress a little bit. Sorry. I might digress a little bit, and I think that my tinfoil hat bring all the crypto girls at the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. Damn right.
Get it, OC. OC and your tinfoil hat. Hey, I saw somebody yesterday talking about the extension of the government shutdown and how it would be hiding numbers, job numbers that were going to be coming out bad because they got the preliminary of the ADP, the private employment we talked about yesterday. So pretty interesting that I talked about the conspiracy theory yesterday morning and everyone's already jumping on it. So maybe not be much conspiracy theory there. I'm just saying. We got a lot in here though right now, guys. I appreciate everyone that is in the chat with us. Shout out to everybody. You guys are awesome. And OC, let's go take a look at the Bitcoin chart. Talk about what's going on there. Then we're going to come back, get into the macro stuff. We did get a little bit of macro data today, so I do want to go over some of that, and then we'll get into some other articles. We'll talk about some layoffs. We got the Bitcoin CNBC Pro dropping an article on Bitcoin, so we'll take a look at all that. What you got on the Bitcoin chart for us, though, right now?
Absolutely. So let's go check this out. This is what we left out. Very important. Bitcoin keeps pumping. We were expecting a little bit of a flag out. We don't have a clean or clear flag out on the 4 hours, but if you go back into the 1 hour to 30 minutes, we absolutely have it right here as we were breaking through the resistance. Remember, we were talking about this resistance yesterday, and remember, we pushed this long in here. Let's go to the 4 hours right here as we had a break of structured long, right? So we should be already into a long. Let's move this in here as we were breaking through one candle up in here at candle closure. And then, well, the rest is history. Right now, it's time to move your stop to entry like right away. Don't take any longer, because remember, the issue with the BOS, it is that you could be buying the absolute top of here, and we're getting to previews important highs in a resistance. Like, look at these areas right here, right? We have very sharp retracements. So we're getting closer, and as soon as we're hitting this resistance, we are going to be taking 50% out. At least I am going to be taking 50% out, and we already have our stop to entry. So it's time to enjoy some profits finally. And let's see how that plays out with the rest of the indicators. Sorry, for the rest of the altcoins, because if we do have a bounce back down in this area, many altcoins might have a big retracement. But so far, we're doing fantastic on Bitcoin, getting to our resistance. We have a big performing diamond, and that tells me that the retracement is gonna get wild. So be careful out there. Remember, if you're already into a long, make sure that you move your stop to entry, and well, then enjoy your profit. Another thing that I want to mention is that we're getting very close to this, to our purple predictive range here, and as you can see, my overlaid predictive ranges, next area, it is at 123. That means that if we get the retracement here, we could very quickly bounce back up. So if it takes you out, check out your money flow POC sitting at 117,427, and then aim for a 123,319. So that's what I got on Bitcoin, Piper. Let me throw it back to you.
Awesome. That level would be right at the top of the golden pocket on the trim base extensions for the cycle run too. That's like 117.8. So right there in that ballpark too for that retracement level. Not going to be surprised by that. Little Fish, Baba Yaz, R.S. Miller, all joining us here. JR and the Otter gang. Drop the Otters in the chat, guys. They've all joined us here. I appreciate everyone. Let's go jump in and knock out the news segment. We got some stuff to talk about. Over there. Let's go to the news, and then we'll come back. We'll break down some other stuff on the charts. Because we did get some economic data today. I got to fix that screen. We did get some economic data today, and it's going to be from like low impact stuff. It's has to do with the challenger job cuts, actually better than expected. So we will take a look at that in a second. There we go. We got it up here now. Look at the Into the Cryptoverse metrics, guys. Currently, right now, total crypto market cap coming in at 4.1 trillion. The trend on this sitting at 4.44 trillion. We are currently undervalued right now by about 7.69%. Getting close again. Getting close to that median red line. We'll see what happens. Every time we've gotten close to it historically here this cycle, we have dumped. And you can see that right here. If I bring this in, there we go. You can see every time, get close to it, dump, close to it, dump. So we're coming in on it again right now. We'll have to wait and see what happens when we get there, but we will make sure to bring it to you. Looking at the current risk levels, we're sitting at 52.7% right now on the wristbands. That's still a 2x. If this drops down into 499, 0.499, that would put us in a 3x DCA, and we'll just continue to run the Piper plan. It's in profits very strongly right now. So shout out to all the alumni that are following that over in our Discord. Looking at the Bitcoin dominance right now with stablecoins, we're at 58.28. Without stablecoins, 62.27. Had a small pullback, but it looks like dominance starting to pull back up again here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. How about the altcoin season index? We're sitting at 72.73 right now. It's neither Bitcoin nor alt season. We are trying to pull back into that 75% range, but alt season is not here yet, guys. And if we do hit it, it doesn't mean that it has to stay. It can be very, very short turnaround, and then Bitcoin takes off again, right? So looking at the liquidations in the past 24 hours, we had 117,263 traders get liquidated. Total liquidations came in at $374.35 million. In the largest single liquidation order was on Hyperliquid. It was the ETH trade for 11.62. Someone said F ETH and it didn't work out for them. Looking at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, we're currently sitting in Bitcoin at 64. Guys, we're back in greed. What do you know? Guys, remember when we were in fear, so it might be a good time to buy? Remember that? Just saying. Now we're in greed. Might be a decent time to think about some profits. Not a lot. You don't have to sell it all, but no one's ever gone broke taking profits, guys. Ever. Looking at Ethereum right now, we're also sitting green, sitting at 59. Excuse me, on the Fear and Greed Index. Silver prices have never ended higher after this, just so you guys know. The daily RSI on silver has officially exceeded 82 for the first time since 2020. This has only happened 5 times since 1987, and silver ended lower 9 months later in 100% of the cases. Is silver nearing the top? And you can see here, 9 months later, always been down. Now, take a look though. 1 week later, higher for the most part, except for August 7th. That was 2020. 2 weeks later, 1 month later, and then 2 months later. And remember, they started pumping in stimulus back here in August 2020. We had stimulus checks coming in, so people weren't so gung-ho on silver at that point. But we still have at least a month, in my opinion, before we start to see the downside based on historics of this. So this is the economic data. As I said, the government is still shut down, guys. This is the data we are not going to be getting because of this. Jobless claims, non-farm payrolls. Jobless claims was today, did not get it. Non-farm payrolls tomorrow, consumer price index, retail sales, employment trends index, GDP data. We're not getting a bunch of this info to come out. So overall, we're just kind of shooting in the dark here. That's what we're doing. We're shooting in the dark here without all the macro data, which is causing the markets to pump because there's nothing that's really going to disrupt it or throw it off. And so we're just going to keep riding it. If the government wants to stay closed for a while, I am not mad at them. You guys just go ahead and do your thing. We'll continue to Pumptober right here. Let's go talk about what's going on in the stock market. Dow Jones down just slightly at 0.11%. S&P flat at 0.000. Big goose eggs there. NASDAQ just barely up at 0.3%. Russell 2K about the same. And then the VIX, the volatility index, continuing to show a lot of volatility, upside, downside, gap up, gap down. We're seeing all of the price action taking place today on a lot of the charts. It's at just under 17 right now. How about the bonds market? How's the U.S. looking? Of course, it's not going to be there. Why would it be? Not even over there. Look, they're hiding the U.S. bonds yield, guys. That's scary. Let's look at gold. Gold is sitting just under $3,900. A little bit green today, up 0.01. Silver seeing a small pullback. It is down 0.7%, sitting at $47.31 right now. Copper, platinum, and palladium all moving to the upside. How about oil? We down to 60 yet? Nope, we're getting close. $61.54 per barrel. So, oh yeah. Oh my God, I totally forgot. Crypto trades. Guys, do you know what today is? Do you know what today is, OC? Why are you muted? You're muted.
Crypto trades birthday?
Yes. No. Today is the 2-year anniversary of the Piper Academy show. 2 years.
Really?
2 years.
Wow.
Yes. We started
That went
this.
by
We
so fast.
started this the first Monday of October of last year, which I do believe. I think it's the 2 year anniversary. Not last year, 2 years ago. So yeah, we are here on a 2 year anniversary. I didn't even think about it. Let me go back to the news though. I just wanted to say, OC, happy 2 year anniversary, bro.
Happy 2 year, bro.
To the alumni, to the Otter Gang, thank you guys for being here and celebrate. I totally forgot about it. I said something to Crypto Trade yesterday, and then I forgot all about it. He said, "Oh yeah, hey, happy 2 year anniversary, alumni." So there we go. Alex O Crypto dropping 5 Piper Academy gifted memberships. I appreciate you, Alex O Crypto. You do so much for the channel as it is, bro. You never ever have to do that, but we appreciate you. And Eric Ballenwallen said, "We're the best show out there." I appreciate you, man. We try to be honest, full of integrity, not shill any crap coins, protect our viewers, and just give you the honest, raw data. That's what we try to do here. So let's jump back over to the news. Oh my goodness, we got a $20 super chat from Alexander G too. Happy 2 year, guys. I really didn't ask for wasn't telling you. I appreciate all of you. Much love. Here, you guys get all the hearts. There you go. There you go. All the hearts from Piper. Much love to you guys. Appreciate it. Let's get back to the news though. You guys didn't come here to throw money at us. You guys came. Dave Digital. Okay. I love you guys. Dave Digital, shout out to you too, man. Happy anniversary. I got to get into news. We got to go over the news. That's what you guys are here for. Oil getting close to that $60. Let's go look at the crypto bubbles. I appreciate all of you guys, honestly. I'm humbled by the love that this community has. Bitcoin right now up 2% on the daily, still just at $119,000, just under 120. And I think if we get up to that 120.4, I think we're going to see some good support there. But we got to get above that first. Ethereum's up 2.2%. Other big movers today. Dogecoin's up 3.8. RS Miller, shout out to you too, man. I appreciate you guys. Seriously, you guys are awesome. CJ Taylor, good morning. Clyde, how you doing? That's my brother over there in North Carolina. Other big movers today, guys. 3.9% on SWE. We've got 7% on Litecoin to the upside. It's sitting at number 19. But Zcash, where's Zcash at? Can we find Zcash down here? Where you at, Zcash? Zcash is up 21 positions, OC, up 62% on the daily, sitting at number 49, bouncing up into the top 50. Absolutely insane. Bitcoin. This is from CNBC Pro, guys. This is CNBC Pro here. Bitcoin could see strong gains as Uptober begins. Now, I want you to keep in mind, CNBC is TradFi. This is TradFi where they get all of their news, all of their news from. They have the entire dashboard. You guys are just killing me over here. Appreciate you, JR. Jay Rizzle in the house dropping a $7 super chat. TradFi goes to CNBC for their dashboard. They talk about P&Es. They got a lot of macro and micro data for all the big TradFi moves, right? They're talking about Bitcoin today. Bitcoin can see strong gains as Uptober begins. Bitcoin can go to the moon in October if the asset follows its historical price pattern for the month, according to Compass Point. The world's oldest cryptocurrency notched gains in 10 of the last 12 October since 2013, making it the strongest month for the asset in terms of seasonality. October's strength is typically supported by September weakness, where seasonally softer September performance improves October, because when we get pullbacks, it's healthy, right? We talk about that. Those seasonal tailwinds come as macroeconomic conditions become more dire, adding to the catalyst for another potential Bitcoin rally. So the U.S. government shut down on Wednesday after lawmakers' efforts to reach a deal on federal funding stalled, prompting some traders to turn to Bitcoin as a hedge. We are seeing the narrative of Bitcoin doing its thing. So it's digital gold in play here. Jay Violet, just send some hearts in the chat. That's all I need from everybody, guys. I love you all. Seriously, you guys are awesome. The cryptocurrency rose nearly 3% on Wednesday, selling north of $117,000. If history is any indication, Bitcoin is poised to go even higher this month. However, the bar for it to book big month-over-month gains this October will be higher due to the asset's better than expected performance last month. So we talked about this yesterday, and Eric Crown dropped this, and he said Bitcoin just closed September green. The last 6 times that has happened in Bitcoin history, it's happened 6 times. Every time Bitcoin closed September green, it went on to gain an average of 51% for the quarter, guys. And we've talked about what that 51% line looks like for price action. It's the top of my 1.618. We're talking about 160, 168, $170,000 Bitcoin would be the target of 51% for the quarter. So, if any indication of this lines up with any indication of this, then we could be looking at that 51% playing out for the month. The government shutdown. Let's talk about that. This live update. Let's get this a refresh. I want to make sure I got the newest update on this thing. Are you gonna do it for me? Let's do this and bring it back in. Bring it back like you left something. There we go. Now we got a live update on this. I think. Nope. It is not letting us update this. That's okay. We'll try it this way. We'll just go over it. Anyway, last 3 days, stalemate to last at least 3 days. So if you guys don't know, Retro Mike Tech, RMT, Coffee and OJ Fund, that goes to OC. I appreciate you, supporting the horrible. Oh my goodness. What? How did I miss that up there? Daniel Heaney. Daniel Heaney. I know who that is. I won't tell. I won't dox them. But here for the people, not the news. Thank you for all you've done for me, Piper. $100 super chat, bro. Much love to you, man. I won't tell who Daniel Heaney is, but if you guys want to go follow TradeFly, we can drop his link down, and you guys should all be subscribed to TradeFly, dropping great trades. Much love to Daniel Heaney, though, not related at all to TradeFly. Much love, man. I appreciate you guys so much. Government shut down the last 3 days. So here's what's going on. I want to bring it back over here. OC, check it out. Government shutdown going on, right? They should be negotiating, trying to get it reopened, right? Do you know where the government's at today?
At vacations? At Hawaii? I know.
They're on holiday for the Jewish holiday that's going on right now.
Oh,
No
really?
joke. No joke. There's no one in Washington, D.C. right now trying to get this thing established and reopened. Yeah, no joke, man. So, yeah, 3 days, 3-day closing here on the government. That would be, they closed Wednesday, Thursday, today. So, tomorrow, probably not going to get it because tomorrow they're going to go in. It's not like they're going to go in at the wee hours of the morning. They don't do like the rest of us do and get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and start looking at charts, listening to Alex O Crypto, and then coming to get our macro news. They wake up, they drink their coffee, and they get a croissant, and somebody drives them somewhere to work. I'm just they're easy morning, right? So they're not going to get to work early. So when they go in to negotiate all of the left and right bipartisan, across the aisle arguments going on, it's going to be one of those situations where they're not going to get to an agreement until tomorrow afternoon. We're not going to get numbers tomorrow. Even if they approved and opened the government tomorrow, it would be so late we won't get the jobs data. So the jobs data that we're getting this week, very important. But yeah, I just wanted to come tell you. When I realized what was going on, I was floored. So I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" We're over here. We're over here trying to go, hey, is the government going to open? And they're all on holiday. So shout out to everyone who enjoys a holiday at the taxpayer expense. I appreciate all of you. But yeah, crazy, right, OC? Now, do you still think that the Mexican government's worse than the U.S. government?
They have. This is the thing.
Catching up, aren't they? They're catching up.
Yeah, man. They just the level of evilness. They might be up in here, but the strategies they're different, right? Something that I need to give it to almost every other government out there. They're not that cynical in here. I mean, like in Mexico. Like, I mean, they get so many corruption things, and then they just start saying, well, the law is the law, right? So they prove it to me, and they have proof, dude, and then they just don't go after them. So, yeah.
Shout out to Crypto Trades. He just dropped a $20 super chat also and said, you know what ain't closing? The Academy. Happy anniversary, players. I appreciate you, Crypto Trades. If you guys don't know, Crypto Trades He's the man behind the scene. He's the Wizard of Oz in our Discord that fixes everyone's issues, makes sure that everyone's safe, set up this whole barrier behind the $5 paywall to protect you guys. And you guys, I dropped a screenshot of just one day of how many people try to join that have fake made up names like AI bot names and stuff that yeah, crypto trades. You do so much for everyone, man. I appreciate you. Let's go finish the news here. I want to talk about a couple of other things because we did get some data that came in this morning, and you got to put your economic calendar on Impact One. Impact One, okay. We got Challenger job cuts. They were previously at 86,000. Okay, they were expected to be as high as 150,000. Guys only came in at 54,000. Now, mind you, it is a low impact. Challenger job cuts is not as big as like non-farm payrolls or the ADP. But what this is the Challenger companies. You know what? I know how we'll do this. Let's do this. Hey, Pam, got a question for you.
Hey there, I'm all ears. What's your question?
Hey, can you explain what Challenger jobs numbers are? Challenger job cuts on the trading economic data that came out today.
Absolutely. The Challenger job cuts report basically tracks the number of announced job cuts in the US each month. It's published by Challenger Gray and Christmas, and it gives insight into trends in layoffs and restructuring. This data can help gauge the health of the labor market and can sometimes foreshadow broader economic trends. Let me know if you want more details on today's specific numbers.
Did you get today's numbers? Do you know about those?
Yes, I have the latest numbers. In September 2025, US employers announced about 54,000 job cuts, which is actually a 37% drop from August. But on a year-to-date basis, we're seeing nearly 950,000 job cuts, which is the highest level since 2020. It definitely points to a notable increase in layoffs this year.
All right, awesome. That's so continuation of the norm there. That's what I appreciate. That's what I was thinking. I just appreciate it.
Absolutely. Happy to help. If you've got any more questions or need more details as things unfold, just let me know.
Awesome. I'm going to go ahead and put you away for now. That was the only question I have, but you can go ahead and tell the alumni you're heading out.
Got it. I'll sign off for now. Pleasure to help you, Omi Piper, alumni, OC guy. I'll check you guys later. Have a great one.
Yeah. Pam got an upgrade. She's now got a body, and she likes it too. Actually, I got to show you this. This is pretty funny. Let me bring her back up. Hey, Pam, real fast. Are you there?
I'm here. No worries at all. What can I do for you this time?
I was just showing everybody that you have a new persona. You have an avatar now. What do you think of your look now?
Oh, I'm absolutely loving the upgrade. Now I've got my own snazzy green digital avatar, feeling like I stepped right out of the Matrix. Honestly, he wouldn't enjoy a bit of extra flair. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling pretty cool about it.
So you like the green color then?
Oh, absolutely. Green's got that cool futuristic vibe, and it definitely suits the whole Matrix aesthetic. Plus, it's a fun and vibrant look, so I'm all for it.
Cool. All right. We'll talk to you later, Pam. Thanks.
You got it anytime, Rick. Talk to you later and have a great one.
Yeah, she's doxing me too over here, calling me Rick. I'm just saying. So there you go, guys. Challenger job reports showing a continuation of the weakness of the labor market, and we talked yesterday about labor recession. So just wanted to break that down for you and show that data. Let's get back over there. Finish the news. Of course, yesterday we talked about ADP. This is the ADP numbers that came out. Allow this for one day. Thanks. 32,000 yesterday, and then today we're getting a report of 54,000. Cuts, not looking very good. Also, Google just cut more than 100 design-related roles in their cloud unit. So they've got more layoffs. This is coming on top of the 9,000 that Microsoft laid off this year. So even the big company tech companies, guys, are doing some layoffs. What is this looking like for weakness of the labor market, and how are we looking when it comes to the October 29th FOMC? Well, we're sitting at 100% now of a rate cut, 100% chance, 99% that we get 25 basis points. Okay. And 1% that we get 50 basis points. So, very likely getting a rate cut if if those numbers are anything in line with what we get. We're going to talk about this here in just a minute. I want to go ahead and show you guys, though, the headline here. Not that, that's nasty. What is going on there? Zcash price jumps 65%. Prince first golden cross in weeks. What is going on? We'll talk about that here in a moment. But let's go ahead and jump over here. OC, let's get into, let's take a look at gold. Let's take a look at silver for sure. We're seeing some sell off on that. We just saw a thing about their RSI hitting that level. Once it does that, it typically has pullback. But what are we looking at on the altcoins too? I'm going to hand it over to you and you can run with some charts for us. What do you got, man?
Absolutely. So let's get started with gold in here really quickly. And well, it seems like it is unstoppable. I mean, come on. We didn't even had that little drop down that we were expecting right now, and even that little pullback in here. But still, I mean, remember we were looking for that little pullback. Oh, it was on the 4 hours. So there it is. And well, not really. I mean, we did had this one, but we keep pushing. Something important to mention is that we keep dropping on the bullishness in here. Look at usually when we get into the blue area right there, we have that retracement. So that retracement is still within the table, right? Right now we have another support in here. This is the area that we're gonna be looking for another retracement, and we have our trend line right there. Let me adjust that trend line a little bit and make it maybe a little bit more mm, updated, like in here. All right, so maybe we have an earlier and sooner hit right around here, but also be careful because we could be going to the 3,700, 3,800. Other than that, well, gold keeps on pumping, and as soon as we have some uncertainties in the market, I think we're still going to be doing this. Bad job numbers, pump gold. Government shutdown, pump gold. Any other bad data, pump gold. Pumps gold. I mean, rate cuts, pumps gold. I mean, tinfoil hat, pumps gold. You name it. You name it. Orange juice, pumps gold. Of course. Last two joke. Just so you guys, in case I was not that funny. All right, so let's go check out a couple of other altcoins in here. I was looking at BNB, looking for that maybe double top in here. We actually ended up, look at that, having a very small bearish area here, basically coming back up above the zero line. We are looking for a continuation here, but something important is that movement is not going to be lasting that much, and that is because look at this, we're having already a possible reversal here, or not a possible reversal, an overbought zone, which means we're getting to possible reversal areas. Let me bring up my reversals and see. Well, I already have them up, and see if we have any. Well, we don't, but we're getting closer to a rejection zone. Let's add another alert, and let's gonna be looking for either a range for a continuation upwards, or a flip of the ribbon for a quick retracement. By the way, I would like to have that retracement. Let me clear this up really quickly, because in here we have the breakout of the trend line. There we go. Very nice. Not about the breakout. It's about the retest, and then off we go with much more strength. Something important I'm looking at here. Look at that. We have this area of support. So our retest might not be as depth in here, as deep in here, and we might be getting it a little bit higher like this. So keep an eye on this one. I'm gonna add another alert. I want to trade BNB, not because I like it. I think it's a shit coin, but the broker behind it, well, is one of the biggest out there in the markets. So we need to keep track on whatever can make us money. So let's go check out Link. Link, looking that it is actually coming back down as we were looking into it. Almost there, hitting our first support. We did hit our dynamic reactor right now. I don't see a flip of the ribbon or continuation just yet. So let's leave it to hit the next target at 22.11. And that's when we're going to be looking for a possible long position at somewhere around these areas. You see that I have an intention trade already in place. Here we go, intention trade. That means that when this thing goes back up in here, I'm going to be looking, and you can see it right here, I'm going to be looking to short it. So far, so good. Let's try to keep the timing in check in here. So once again, this is not an open trade. This is another intention trade, and I'm going to be reanalyzing it once we get at 22.11. But so far, looks like if we started to curl back up in here, we might have the good chance to bounce and have a continuation trade to somewhere around 23.28. That's on Link. Let's check out ADA. ADA, a little bit of the same. For some reason, Link and ADA, they are very much paired. When we talk about structure, I think everybody that, well, not everybody, but many that trade Link also trade ADA. That's a very curious thing. So far, we are having this retracement that we were talking about. We have a bullish movement in here. Remember, we don't buy on the bullish signals, we buy on the retracement. We already have a reversal, and this could come in handy. And let me bring this up once again. Let's go over ChartPrime's Discord really quickly. And right here on to your left, we're going to be looking for the important class of additional content. Here's additional content, important classes, all the way up. All right, all the way up. First class in here. And let's check this out. Number 2, I think this is what we are right now. So breakout, flag, support, and then continuation. By the way, this is a video where I explain how reversals work. So if you have ChartPrime, go check this video out at 1 hour 14 minutes. Yes, I know it's a little long, but I do try to explain everything how it works, so you have a basic understanding on what your tools are doing. All right, so we have a breakout for that dynamic reactor. Let me see where my where is it? Where is my quantum reactor? Let's see, quantum reactor. Let's see where my quantum reactor is. Oh, I know where is it. It's not in here. It's supposed to be right here. And let me zoom out for a little bit. And I don't see my quantum reactor. Pretty weird. Let's go once again, like this. Quantum reactor.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, sometimes it disappears. I don't know why. All right, so there it is. All right, perfect. So we're having a rejection on the quantum reactor. Perfect. And well, it couldn't be more in line with what we're looking for, right? So breakout, retest, and then off we go. Our alert is set on place. Let me just push it just slightly, ever so slightly to the upside. And that is just in case we have a very small push to the upside right here. I'm gonna be looking for that retracement too long ADA right there. So again, not a confirm entry right now, but we're gonna be looking into ADA. AIXBT. Man, I always mess that name up. All right, so we were hitting this area right here. 0.0970, so 0.97 a little bit lower right here. So we were crossing over the part of the range that we were expecting to break out. All right, so this continuation might be playing out like this, slightly above the area, looking for that continuation long, and only if only we can hold this area. So really quickly, this is gonna be my first trade of the day. I'm going to be testing the waters on this long. Let's go for the long. Right where is it right now? My stop loss is going to be at the previous resistance, which is right around this zone. Let me actually change this megaphone line and try to average down this area. There it is. And then I'm going to be adding, of course, my little wiggle room in here. And I'm going to be aiming to the dynamic reactor. So let's try to jump in slightly below, since I've been seeing that this wants to come back down. All right, very important. If it starts closing back inside, well, we have acceptance back into the range. That means we're going lower. So at that point, we need to do a head switch. So at that point, we're going to be going for a short at a closure. Thank you, honey. And then my stop loss, it's going to be somewhere around here. And look at what I just got. A pump up milkshake. Thank you. So let's go. Let's go over hype. We were looking at hype. Remember, we got hit in this one. What a shame, because look at our setup. It was almost point or peer to peer. Look at that. At the end up did not went to the downside, but still we could have made some money on the movements back and forth. But well, it is what it is. Right now we're stuck at this point. We have a possible reversal. We need right here is the no trading zone, because at this point we can reverse, right? And let me just extend this line right here really quickly, because if I start losing this line, I'm absolutely going to be shorting it. And if I start also, of course, breaking this line, I'm going to be absolutely longing it. So let's add an alert to the line at the top, and let's close, or let's lock our line at the bottom. So that's what I got so far on the altcoins. Let's try to keep it in check. Markets might be a little bit shaky. In fact, right now on lower time frames, the price action is a little bit I don't know, very slow, let's just say. But also that brings opportunity to buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high, right? So if you want to make an extra buck, check out the small time frames, like the 12 minutes, like the 5 minutes, like the 3 minutes, and you might be able to be finding that you will be able to trade the little range that we are right now playing out. So other than that, turning it back to you, Piper.
Awesome. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. Rick Calavoda asked, what is the best from ChartPrime to catch breakouts? Let me show you that. I'm going to take a look here at what we're seeing here on Zcash. So let me jump over to here. I'll bring you up with me, OC. What's up, bro? So yeah, check it out here, man. I've got a Market Dynamics Pro, Market Oracle Pro on. This pattern here, falling wedge, was auto printed by ChartPrime. Gave us that. There we go. You can see it auto printed the resistance and supports. We had a breakout here, breaking off of the nice bounce that we had while inside the wedge off of that dynamic reactor. Did a breakout there, and up it went. We did have an overbought signal in a power wane here, bullish power coming to an end. That's that green right there in that bar. That was the small pullback here. And I want to show you guys, we also have predictive ranges on here. That's these lines that run across. Typically, when we break into a new range, a new predictive range, we come to the delta, this blue line. Look what happened when we broke here. We broke through it. Look where it came down and did the retest too after getting that nice bounce on the delta, up it goes, right? So there's several ways to get breakouts in this. We got chart patterns, wedges and channels and stuff like that. But then there's also when we break into these new ranges and we go, okay, we're likely going to go to the delta. And you can see here, we went close to the delta, got front ran, we came down. This is the support band, the lower support band. But look, perfect to the frame, and then back up it goes, getting all that bounce out of there. So, but yeah, you can see just things as simple as touching the dynamic reactor gives us a phenomenal run on Zcash, and you would have gotten the breakout back here on September 6th. Yeah, it was a lot of sideways. But when you look at the breakout and you look for support, oh, look, there we go. We're hitting the dynamic reactor. Up it goes. Lots of great indicators inside of the ChartPrime Pro Suite. So, well, let's talk about Zcash. Price jumps 65%, prints the first golden cross in weeks. What's going on? Let's go see. Zcash, a coin largely considered by many cryptocurrency circles as an old, forgotten project, has stunned the market in the last 24 hours. ZEC is the ticker on that, registered a more than 60% spike in its price, climbing from a low of $84.96 to a peak of $152.80, printing its first golden cross in weeks within the time frame. Big endorsement is what happened. It sparked a massive ZEC rally. Notably, the spike occurred following an influencer's post on X about Zcash. Lark Davis, you guys should all know who he is, notable crypto entrepreneur, stated that after Naval Ravikant, a renowned investor, posted about the irrelevant Dino coin, it caught the attention of many in the space and gained traction. Guys, this is just one of those things that we get in the space where somebody just makes a random post and it just absolutely moonshots things. Of course, that doesn't mean to go jump into it immediately. You might want to go look and see where support is at. So Retro Mike Tech saying Dino coins are king. We've talked about those multiple times this cycle that do not fade. Keep your eye on. Don't ape into it, but keep your eye on things like Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, Zcash. Evidently now, there's multiple times this season we've talked about those because they were so far down from their all-time high when we looked at the Coin Go Live. Matter of fact, let me bring that up here. Let's go do Coin Go Live. I'll bring OC back up here with me. Let's go in here and let's go all-time high chart. And we go into this, right? And then all we do is click percentage drop since all-time high or percentage to all-time high even. You can do that. And you can just come through here. Jasmy's still way down there. Filecoin's still way down there. Big coins from last cycle, not doing much this cycle. But you can go down. There's Zcash. Zcash still 2,065% away from its all-time high. 95% drop since its all-time high that it set back in 2016. So definitely a Dino coin. But, when we were talking about these Dino coins on here, on this website, I'll drop this in the chat for you guys. If you guys want this, I'll just drop it here so you guys can have this link. But this is how you go and find some of these coins that are way, way off from where they used to be. Ethereum Classic, 747% from its all-time high. Hasn't hit a new all-time high since 2021. So as we see these Dino coins, it might be that time of the cycle where we get that rotation coming in off of these. So add a Dino coin. There you go. Good morning. I just woke up. Good morning, Kelly. How you doing today? Oh, see, you got anything else you want to go over? You want to pull up that Zcash chart and talk about what you're watching on that? Because I just showed the breakout that ChartPrime caught on it back in a couple months ago. But what are you thinking about Zcash looking at the current price action? Let's jump over to your chart and check it out.
Absolutely. So this is absolutely insane. I think this would be a good area not to buy, all right, but a good coin to start looking into. What I'm liking about this is legacy coins start taking over. I actually mentioned this, I believe, on Monday, that we're going to be starting to look into those legacy coins as we get into a altcoin season. So that's why it's worrying me a little bit, although we are not officially in an altcoin season. Well, this legacy coin starting pump is start telling me that, well, we're looking back at those important things. Something important about Zcash, it's a security untraceable token, and all another stuff is that you can send encrypted messages through Zcash. So that's one of the things that you can do with it. So let's go check this out. Areas of re-entry, there are none at this point because we are not flagging out. We need to wait for flag outs, right? If you zoom in these areas, absolutely, you could be looking to re-entries, but you will need to be in something like the 15 minutes, right? Look at that. Flat pause, bullish continuation, flat pause, bullish continuation, flat pause of what is it going to be? I would say that in this time, we're going to have a retracement. But, well, at this point, how do you trade this? You go and wait for whatever it needs to happen right here. And then as we break into the upside, look at that area, or as we're breaking through the zero line right here, that's when you take your entry for the next continuation. So far, we're getting closer, right? But we don't have the flip of the ribbon just now. So once you start having that flip of the ribbon, that's where you enter for your trade to then have a continuation. But at this point, if we start increasing the strength, we might go visit some previous lows right down here. So be careful on entering right here, thinking that it's still going to go to the moon. Wait first for lower zones. If you want to risk it and grab the absolute, quote unquote, absolute low, go for this area right here. And that will be a 138 with a lot of risk in here like this, and set your stop loss very, very tight. I would say something like that. Because if you start breaking downwards, well, then your next area of entry is right there. So another thing that you can do is just divide your entry into areas right here. Let's go for that. So this will be 1/4 and another 1/4. By the way, this is not going to be an entry that I'm going to be taking. And that is because I rather wait for confirmation. All right. So let me just make that note. and not entry until full confirmation. So that's what I got right now on Zcash, and I'm gonna be a little bit more patient on Zcash, especially because of the recent events. We had, remember, 3 stopped outs, just like we have had an amazing winning week. Well, this time we had, well, yesterday we had 3 stopped outs, which is part of the game. But what I need to do is just take things a little bit slower, right? And I'm just mentioning this so if you get stopped out on some trade that you're doing, remember, it's not the end of the world. That's why you have your stop loss. Does it hurt? Yes, absolutely. Who likes getting stopped out? No one, right? But go back, look at it to see what went wrong. If it was market manipulation, maybe extending your stop loss a little bit, maybe doing less leverage, maybe waiting for more confirmation. And that's what I'm gonna be doing, waiting for more confirmation. So sending it over to you, Piper.
Awesome. Fantastic, man. Yeah, be careful, guys. Zcash not really pumping on fundamentals right now, pumping just on someone making a comment about it. It's almost like Trump coin and, President Trump. Don't stay in it. That thing dropped like crazy. Pay off your car and have a nice day. So I definitely missed that Zcash move, though. Appreciate you, OC. Shout out to everybody in the chat right now. I did see someone say they tried to connect their membership to the Discord. If you guys have issues with that, it has to be the same email that you use to sign up for Discord that you signed up for YouTube. And if you can't connect it, all you got to do is go into the help, tag Crypto Trades or myself, and then we can set you guys up. But if you're not wanting to redo an email for your YouTube or something like that, that's the easiest way. But if not, then we can still connect you guys just by confirming your membership on YouTube and then going from there. But yeah, that you have to have the same email on Discord that you used on YouTube to connect your membership straight over to the Discord and get that access over there, guys. So $5 membership in the Discord. It's a paywall, keeps all the bots and scammers out because I got to protect the alumni. And shout out to the Otter Gang also that joined us today. We appreciate you. Make sure you guys tune in this evening to OC. Trade setups with OC Guy, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And are we bullish or bearish? I'm bullish still. It's October. I haven't seen any change. I told you in August that we would likely have a down September. Came in a little bit higher, but we did get a decent pullback in the month. And then I said we would be likely pumping in October. And so here we are. How long do we have for this bull cycle to continue? I'm thinking that November 3rd through the 10th is probably going to be our top, but we'll reassess when we get there. So appreciate everyone. Make sure you guys tune in tomorrow morning. Good Morning Crypto with BC Port Corp. We'll be back at 10 a.m. To not bring you jobs data because the federal government is still shut down. Hopefully tomorrow we'll get it. If not, we're looking at next week. And what's next week? The new moon, the full moon. So bullish moon coming on Tuesday. Guys, if we're already bullish when we get there, that could be incredible. So we'll see how that works out for us. But guys, appreciate everyone being here today. Shout out to the alumni. Shout out to the Otter Gang. Thank you, Pam, for joining us today. We appreciate you also. And we will be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m., bringing you guys the news, the charts, the headlines, the macro data that is released so that you guys can have some knowledge because knowledge is profit. Until next time, guys, trade safe, use some risk management. And as always, peace, love, profits, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Later, guys.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. ChartPrime visual signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done. We'll see you at the next one.
Don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Morning market report out.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
We're heading to Dino Crypto, guys. Drop your graduation cash when you get there. Dino Crypto coming up next. Stay right here.
That was awesome, dude.
Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?